This video will examine the relationship between the theological theory of Pandeism and the religion, Hinduism. Hinduism, it must be said, is a particular religious grouping complete with its own religious texts and a vast illustrative allegorical mythology. Pandeism is, conversely, a meta-theory, an idea of the type of universe we might occupy, instead of a specific allegory which might fall into several such types. Naturally, Pandeism has no mythology, and no scripture. But there are ideas expressed in some schools of thought within Hinduism that are very clearly either pandeistic or panentheistic, rather than theistic or pantheistic or deistic. A famous story illustrating such an idea is to be found in the Bhagavad Gita, described by some scholars as the deepest scripture in the world. It is the most famous chapter of the Mahabharata, one of the two major Sanskrit epics arising from ancient India, which is today of great importance in Hindu mythology. In this chapter, the great warrior Arjuna, one of the 5 Pandavas, is engaged in an epic battle of the Kurukshetra war between the Kauravas and the Pandavas for the throne of Hastinapur. Arjuna is slaughtering many of his evil cousins on the battlefield. But Arjuna has tired of battle and desires to give up violence altogether. Arjuna's closest confidant is Krishna, Arjuna's charioteer. Krishna persuades Arjuna against retiring from the fight, for it is a predestined cleansing of evil. To persuade Arjuna, Krishna reveals his true self, Visvarupa, the unity of all things, all beings, in all times and places. All things are shown to Arjuna to be one, and to be part of the Creator, which has itself become the great and universal game that is our lives. Arjuna is part of the Creator, and so he is the same as everyone who he is fated to kill, and as everyone else who merely sits and observes, or who has no knowledge of this battle at all. This echoes the primary thrust of Pandeism, which is that the creator of our universe in fact became our universe, motivated by a need to share in the experiences of beings which would come to exist therein. These ideas existed in Hinduism for more than 2,000 years before the formal proposition of Pandeism. But as far back as 1833, English religionist Godfrey Higgins wrote at page 439 in his massive work, The Anacalypsis, "I am induced to think that this Pandeism was a doctrine which had been received both by Buddhists and Brahmins." Higgins, it must be noted, was very mysterious in his writing on what he understood the word Pandeism to mean at that time, but it is clear that he contrasted it against pantheism, and he was aware, as well, of the concept of deism, so there is every possibility that his reference to Hinduism and Buddhism was crafted to carry the sense of pantheistic deism that is modern Pandeism. In 1897, the Reverend Henry Gratanguinis also characterized Hinduism as pandeistic, although in a denigrating tone. In an article titled, "First Impressions of India," first published in Missionary Review and then collected in the Medical Missionary by John Harvey Kellogg's International Health and Temperance Association, Guinness wrote of the faith of India, quote, "God is everything, and everything is God, and, therefore, everything may be adored. Snakes and monsters are her special divinities. Her pandeism is a pandemonium." End quote. But no matter the origin of comparisons between these ideas, it is certain that there is much in Hinduism that resonates with the pandeistic model.